From just looks alone, Brittany Renner has what a lot of black men desire. She's good looking, she's charismatic, she's sexy, with a little bit of backside. Booty clapping sounds! But as grandma used to say, church music, boy, stop looking at that girl's booty. Looks ain't everything. And oh yeah, grandma, you're right. Looks and booty are not everything. For a man to be in a long-term relationship with you, there are a few things you need to have. Character, values, and some respect for yourself. Rewind, Nima. Let's talk about respect for yourself. Now, again, that's something that we all really care about, and especially in relationships, you got to have self-respect because boundaries are important. If I have everything that a person wants, but if I don't respect myself, they'll lose respect for me. In a relationship or friendship or business relationship can never accrue. However, Brittany Renner has talked about this in the past. She has let a lot of guys use her because of a lack of respect for herself.
I didn't understand my value, and they were just mirroring back that lack of knowing.
Yeah.
I can't blame them for taking advantage. It was like I marked myself for clearance. And it was me trying to connect. Like, sex is better when there's meaning, when there's substance, when there's an understanding, when you have to work for it. Like, what are we doing? Sex without love or some type of bond is just exercise, you know? And when I took a step back and really started asking myself, like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't feel good. How can I change this? So that really was for me like an eye-opener, just not feeling good about myself after.
And how did you change it? Or how will you change it?
I've been on strikes since October.
Dima, do me a favor and go back to that last part where she said she stopped having sex.
Just not feeling good about myself after.
That is interesting. We'll find that out in a minute because she no longer, according to her, will have sex because she knows her value. That's pretty interesting because just a few months ago, we saw her on an Instagram interview where she said this.
What is your confession?
Meeting somebody and then having them the first time you meet them.
Sensational.
What is your body count?
32.
Jesus Christ.
I have a list on my phone. And I have all their signs next to it. Yeah.
Am I your type?
Are you my type? Yeah.
I'm your type?
Yeah.
Oh, say less.
She says she knows her value, but seems like Brittany Renner has character judgment problems, and that's something that I want to discuss today. She was on the interview with Anton Daniels where she talked about her friend felt her up while she was drunk.
Trusting men and then having your trust betrayed in different ways, different layers. So I feel like for me, I mean, I actually haven't talked about this, but now it's just coming up. But I had, oh my God, it might be a heavy thing to say. But basically I had a guy best friend who like touched me when I was asleep, like before my 30th birthday. And
Wait, what?
like recently, like a few months ago. And it fucked my whole view of men up because it's like I already went through so much stuff with heartache. And then I had this friend who 10 plus years who violated me when I was sleeping. He didn't know I was awake because when I drink, I wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning. It's weird. So I was telling Prince, I'm like, I don't want to get in the car. I'm afraid. Like that's the root of it. It was afraid. I'm like, what if he takes me and I'm in a ditch? What if he wants to hurt me? What if all of this fear was playing out?
And that drunk part is very important, just like the sex part is important. We'll come back to that. But when she was drunk, this guy she thought was her best friend was trying to fill on her, and this couldn't have been longer than a year ago. So again, Brittany Renner has judgment issues, and when she has judgment issues and things don't work out, she typically likes to blame people for her mistakes. In the same interview with Anton Daniels, or maybe on the different day, she's talking about how when people came after her, she expected her baby daddy PJ Washington to come to her defense.
15,000 comments on a picture, on videos, saying that I'm a pedophile, that I'm a piece of shit, I'm a gold digger, all these things. I feel like I just was like, the truth will see the light of day at some point. And I just didn't feel called to talk about it. Because I know who I was with. I know how sensitive he really is in real life too. So I did just take everything. And I was hoping maybe he would come to my aid or at least call off the dogs a little bit, as much as he could. But we're also in different places in our life.
Now, I'm trying to build the case here, so follow me, all right? This is very, very important. Now, recently, Brittany Renner was on the podcast with Charleston White and former heavyweight boxer Shannon Briggs. But again, she was asked a question about her relationship with PJ Washington, being that he just signed a new deal with the Hornets. Let's check it out.
PJ just got an amazing contract. How does that make you feel as a woman knowing that's your baby father? What is your first view on that?
Honestly, I want my child's father to win.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. And regardless of what people say, I believe he deserves whatever he feels he's worthy of. So, whatever that contract looks like, that's what it looks like. And I didn't have a child. You know, I had a second-degree tear. You know what that looks like?
I'm going to say
Hello?
say no. I'm going to say no for all of us.
Is everybody fucking listening?
Say no.
Hello?
Yeah, your
A
son.
second-degree tear? You know what that looks like?
I mean, that boy was that big when you had him.
He was, I think it was 8.1.5.
That means she had a big baby.
Almost 9 pounds, right?
Another NBA player.
Does that matter to you? Does that matter to you? Who had such a motherfucking opinion about me?
Wait,
Does that
time
matter?
out. It's grew. My opinion changed, but
Hold
yeah,
on! Answer the motherfucking question.
no. No, it didn't initially. No, hell no.
Okay, I had a second-degree tear. That means they sewed me up.
Yeah, okay.
Right. You know what that means? That means I love that motherfucker. My pussy was fucking split open for him.
Right.
You understand that? You was 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay?
Gratefully, I had a 5-pound baby.
Good for you.
Bless.
My
Bless.
baby was almost 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. All right?
No, I wanted to say that because I think it is important. A lot of people do
What's important?
that. You do wish well for them.
Most.
Here's the thing. Let me just tell you, you and every one of the motherfuckers that are commenting, she doing too much. She
Fuck 'em.
At the end of the day, this pussy had a second-degree tear. Do you know what that means?
You just taught us.
Ripped.
What is it?
Ripped.
Thank you, Charleston.
Ripped open.
Ripped.
Wait a minit.
Yeah, boy had a head like his daddy.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Boy had a head like his daddy.
All right.
Hold on.
And then at some point in that particular interview, you will hear her screaming and yelling like this.
Hello?
Hey, listen now, listen.
Listen to what I'm say. Shut the up when a real bitch is talking.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Get
Shut
the room.
Take the room. Here we
Shut
go.
up. Shut the
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Because I'm a real bitch. You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic. But I can't control. At the end of the day, I try to force something that wasn't mine. That wasn't my person. And that's okay. He's sitting over there. Shut the up.
Now, remember, she had a chance to do a collaboration with the late, great Kevin Samuels. And she described herself as these talking points.
I'm from Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, do you know where that is?
No.
I am a gold digging, manipulative, evil, who has no real talent, who has sucked and way to the top, and is a overhyped, below average looking girl with clout, who is only relevant because of her ass.
Oh, damn.
Even Kevin Samuels had to say, go damn. Now, I want to play this other part in the video. She's obviously drunk and she's going over to Charleston White. I'm not going to show the part where she is going to give him a lap dance, but I want you to hear him say, please don't come over here and sit on me.
It's uncomfortable to be wet.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to be wet.
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another. It ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean?
You ain't get what?
Isn't that?
Miss ma'am.
No?
No, come on, please. Come on, man, please.
No?
Come on, man, please.
I need you to be kind and respectful to my guests. Where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I did nothing for that.
Oh, man, please.
Oh, that's wait a minute. Miss Renner.
Now, it's obvious he's saying that, but she continues to still grind on him anyway. And even though he probably liked it, I'm pretty sure I would have liked it too. Brittany Renner's real problem is not sex. It's not letting guys smash. Brittany Renner is an alcoholic and she makes bad judgment. That's the issue with Brittany Renner. She is a loose cannon. She is uncontrollable. And so when a woman like this blames her issues on men and she says she knows her value, the reality is your value is what you prove every day. And when nobody is around you and you're acting a fool like you're doing right now, you show us that your value is less than what you believe. And your real issue is you have bad judgment and you need to leave liquor alone. That's the reality here. You make bad judgment in friends, you make bad judgment in men, and it is all because you're just a bad person, probably. Not to mean that you're a killer or anything like that, or not to mean that you're mean. You just have bad character. So because your character is bad, that is what you attract. But there's so many ladies like Brittany Renner that are unaccountable for their problems and they raise kids. What do you expect that child is going to become when you have bad character? A bad character parent can't raise a good character child. And if you really want to know why PJ Washington got away from you, it is because it's obviously that you're crazy. It only makes sense. He just couldn't put up with that. Your older woman acting like that with a younger guy, that's right. Now you can get mad and say how you split your you-know-what open for the guy, but something is really wrong with you. That's the reality. I feel sorry for her. And I feel sorry for so many of you guys out there that are dealing with a woman that has so many problems. And you know, Brittany Renner has had her share of issues with her family, with her mother, growing up with her grandparents. It's too much for a man to have to deal with all of that. There is no possible way as a man you can deal with somebody that is crazy as Brittany Renner, and then you're expecting that you're going to build a business, you're going to be in a professional career. Somebody like her, it's just easier to, booty clapping sounds and just let her go on her way, because she's going to destroy her own life for sure. She's going to destroy yours next. She has no self-control and she just can't get it done as a mate. That's the reality of it all. Now, we don't want to really deal with that, but that's the truth. And when a lot of ladies want to talk about they know their worth and you come out acting like this, just know that guys are running from you, because they should. There's nothing of value if you can't add value to the other person in a relationship. Again, you can think all about yourself that you want. You can think that you have this. You can think that you have that. It doesn't matter if the guy doesn't see that value. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, the bell, we're out.